Do you feel the vibes?
Good afternoon, y'all. We out here at the Lake Merritt today. We were talking about this GMO on the Romelite show. You know what I'm saying? I'm comedian Mario Hodge. This is my brother.
Lamar Daniels.
And we're going to get on it today about some real stuff. I mean, y'all think y'all healthy? We're going to see if y'all healthy. We tired of the bullshit that y'all think because y'all go to Food Max and Trader Joe's and all that kind of. No, we finna exploit all that stuff. So come with us, follow us while we go and talk to these people that think they run the lake and think they healthy, but they really ain't healthy as they think they are.
About these GMOs, man, these GMOs. All right, here we go. Our first person today, we talking today. What's your name?
Misha.
Misha?
Yes.
Misha. Lamar. Mario.
Comedian Mario Hodge.
And we got, what's your name, man?
Joseph.
Joseph? Yeah. We got Joseph here too, eating a bunch of GMOs.
I mean.
All right. Do you know what GMO stands for?
No. I
No?
don't.
You know what GMO stands for?
Yes.
Let's see it. What did it stand for?
Genetically modified. I didn't know what the O was.
Organism.
Organism. All right. And you know that it's in pretty much everything that you're eating?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
Do you
not
mind?
I don't really mind. No.
Do you think it's doing any harm to you?
I think in the long run it probably will. But
Why?
Not right now.
Why?
I mean,
Because they say so?
probably.
Yeah, okay. What about you?
What
It's
do-
the turn. You got the turn. You got to die from something, man.
Well,
There you go.
Something.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's in everything we probably digest.
Yeah.
I think it probably does harm us in the long run, but you know, I just live my life and I eat what I want to eat.
That's it, right?
You only live
That's
once.
it. You only
It's
live
a
once.
good thing to know. It's a good thing to know about, especially for health reasons. I don't know how healthy you go around to go eat, but it's one of the biggest things that's being produced. It's a gene manipulation,
Okay.
basically. So everything, you know, you got seedless grapes.
Right.
You never heard of when we was little, we never had white nectarines or white peaches or anything like that. And one of the biggest things that has everything, that contains everything in it, is corn. So that's the biggest thing that got GMOs in it. Everything is naturally, not naturally, but it's modified.
They feed it to the beef. They feed it to the cow. I mean, to the chicken. So, you know.
Yeah. So all your corn, you got cornstarch, corn syrup, and all that kind of stuff. All that stuff is fake. It's produced by man. You know, genetically by man.
Pretty much
So
everything nowadays
Right.
you putting in you know.
So
even if you smoke weed, the weed is fake.
You smoke
I'm
weed?
just keeping it
No,
real.
smoke weed?
I got my kids
You
right
smoke weed?
here.
So you can't just stay away from it.
It's impossible to really
Yeah.
stay away from it. You know, I mean, you can find ways to eat healthy, Trader Joe's,
Right.
You know, what's the other Whole Foods and stuff like that. But if you go to Food Max, you eating it.
Oh, for sure.
All right, go ahead.
Get that. How you doing, man? What's your name?
Stuart.
Stuart? Lamar, man. It's
I'm
Mario.
Mario Hodge, a comedian.
We on the show, the Romelite show. We want to just ask a few people today about GMOs. You know what GMO is?
I don't know GMO.
Mario, tell them what GMO is.
GMO is genetic modified organisms that's in your food. So I don't how healthy do you eat, or do you think you eat?
I try to. I
You
try
try-
to be conscious.
You try to be
of it.
conscious. So that's what this interview is about. We basically want to make sure that you know what genetic modified organism is.
I have heard of it now that you
Yes,
explained what.
it's basically fake. It's basically what's the word I'm trying to say?
Genetically modified.
yeah,
It's you know, they do a lot of gene splicing to make, supposedly make stuff better,
Right.
make things last longer, you know. What they're doing is just
Preservatives
tamper
and-
with nature pretty much, you know. So they put it's in the grain, it's in your corn, stuff to feed your cows. If you eat beef, you eat chicken.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Well, they-
Monsanto.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. The
There
big
you
co-
go.
that's the
Big
big company,
corporations.
big corporation that's doing
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just to enlighten you about it, to make sure that you eating healthy and get the word out to your family and friends that
Yes.
what's going on, because nowadays it's forced upon us. It's nothing that it's basically we can't get around it.
Yeah, you can't do nothing about
can't
it.
do nothing about
it's
it.
It's in everything that we're consuming nowadays. How you doing, Lamar Daniels, man?
Mike, good to meet you.
Mario Hodge.
Mario Hodge, pleasure to meet you.
Hi,
Pleasure to meet
Liz.
you.
We're out here today talking about GMOs. You familiar with GMO?
A little bit.
What do you know about them?
Well, the food industry wants to get their hooks into as much as they can, and so they're selling foods that have been modified so they can tolerate pesticides or they can be more productive, and
Right.
we don't have any idea what the long-term consequences to our health are.
Exactly. How do you feel about that?
I'm against it. I think that we should have required labeling on all our foods so you know if it's GMO or not.
What do you think we could do about it? You said have required labeling, but they do label everything right now, right? But even if it's natural, right? They don't let you know that the natural food is already taken up GMO.
That's right.
So
you very informative about it. You didn't know too
No,
much.
I know about
you
GMOs,
knew
yeah.
about GMO. Okay, okay. So that's good. So you guys are a good team. You guys together, right?
Yeah.
See, that's what kind of woman you want to date. Somebody that
Yes,
you want to
sir.
date him because he's conscious about his health. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want to date somebody that's just eating any of go in the water and get some of that seaweed and put it in a blunt.
That's funny because I just had seaweed last night. But
Oh,
it's not
but
GMO
you had
seaweed.
no
seaweed.
GMO seaweed.
It wasn't not
though.
GMO
So
seaweed.
you know how do you know what you're consuming is that has no GMO in it?
That's
How
a
do you
really
know?
good
You can't
question.
know.
I didn't
Yeah.
know for sure. I mean, I was
Yeah.
at a restaurant and made the assumption. I was like at a foodie
And that's all.
place.
And that's pretty much
What
all.
What are some
Yeah.
things that you think are genetically modified?
I think a lot of the food, the stuff in processed food, the cereals and microwave foods.
A lot of
all
corn
this, like,
products?
Yeah,
canned
there you
food,
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think that's not?
Oh.
What
I-
can you eat?
Well, I mean,
But it is
I think
labeled
it's hard to
organic,
know.
you would hope, but
Yeah.
you would hope. But
yeah,
I mean,
so the less like you're buying raw stuff, you're
Yeah.
making yourself at home. That's probably got less GMO in it. But then like those tomatoes, I think some of those
Yeah,
tomatoes.
Yeah.
tomatoes are like the first thing
they've
I
got
think
fish in
that
'em.
they
they change with the
Yeah,
tomatoes.
It's
that and
like-
corn, that and
Yeah.
corn,
That
and
and corn,
and
yeah.
sugar.
Mhm.
Well, it was a pleasure talking to y'all. It's good because you guys are very informative.
All right, we out here at Romelite Show. Got a couple young ladies. We're gonna do a little interview on GMO. What's your name, sweetie?
Chanel.
Chanel, Lamar,
Lauren.
Lauren, Lamar. This is Mario.
I'm Mario High as a
Hi.
comedian.
Hi.
Mario High as a comedian.
Are you guys familiar with GMOs at all?
No,
No.
a little bit.
A little bit?
a little bit.
It's genetically modified organism. It's the thing that they're doing with your foods nowadays. Like all your fruits, are those seedless grapes?
I don't know.
You don't know? Are you eating them?
I think they are.
It's out
Yeah.
here.
I didn't eat any seeds, so.
Yeah, so if you didn't eat any seeds,
Okay,
it's
seedless.
seedless, so that's
That's
genetic.
genetically modified. You know, they what they do is they do a lot of splicing to remove the seeds from you, but at the same time, it's full of it's chemical.
Basically, it's cloned. It's cloned fruit.
Clone, yeah.
When it is seedless or when
Yeah,
it's not
when it
seedless?
is
When it
seedless.
is seedless.
Well,
Okay.
seedless is natural. You know, the natural thing is it has seeds. That's how it grows.
Right.
How you grow anything without a seed?
Right. That's true.
In the
Uh,
laboratory.
Mostly all your fruits and vegetables, we know that they're seasonal, but now because of the genetically modified organisms,
365 days a year.
Yeah, you can get fruit 365 days a year. So that's just telling you that they're poisoning us. So that's what we're trying to educate you guys on now. And one of the big modifications is corn. Do you guys eat corn?
I love corn.
Yeah, so you
love
got
corn.
corn starch, you got corn, and if you notice now today, food doesn't last as long as it used to last. It molds fast, it goes bad fast, from your meats to your vegetables to everything. And it's some cheeses that you can't even melt. And we're not talking about the government cheese. We talking about Kraft and all these other kind of cheeses.
And it says, if you ever read the label on those cheeses, it says not designed to melt. Now, what cheese is not designed to melt?
Do you guys have kids? Anybody have kids? Okay, so.
have
The dog. See, and the dog is eating genetically modified foods. Your name?
Marjorie.
Marjorie from Vermont. I'm Mario
Originally
Hodge.
from Vermont. Yeah.
From
I live
Vermont.
here now in Oakland, but I'm originally from Vermont.
So earlier on, we was talking. What's your take on GMO?
Well, I think that people have a right to know what's in their food, and that if food is made out of genetically modified organisms, it should be labeled as such so that we can make informed decisions about what we want to purchase, what we want to eat, what we want to feed our families.
Right. And so, what would you consider some of the foods that got GMO in, that's
Well,
genetically modified?
I think I heard recently that maybe 80% or more of packaged food, processed food that you would buy in a grocery store have some element of GMOs in them because they usually have corn or soybeans, and those are the
Yes.
primarily.
Even tomatoes.
And,
Yes.
well, even other produce, but especially there's so much corn and soybean products in a lot of packaged foods.
Exactly.
So we don't know where it is necessarily, but we kind of can assume based on the amount of GMO seeds that are grown and sold and grown in the U.S.
Yes, and I'm glad you talked about that because the seeds itself, that as you see now, we can't even go in the store. They used to have packages of seeds that you can buy yourself and grow your own food. Now they're passing a law. You don't see that no more, and now they're actually trying to pass a law where we can't grow our own food in our own yards and stuff like that. So, it's a beautiful thing that you're very informative about it. And how did you, can I ask you a question? What made you decide to research and learn about GMO?
Well, I didn't do a lot of research on it, but it's something. Growing up in Vermont, I grew up in a culture. People were very concerned about the land and stewardship of the land and the environment, and so and there's a lot of farmers in Vermont. It's a very rural state, so this is something I've just grew up being aware of, and I've seen some films, some documentaries like Food Inc.
Okay.
And I also recently saw a documentary, a little mini documentary that was publicized by Neil Young. He just recently gave a concert in Vermont that my mother went to, and he donated $100,000 to the state of Vermont's legal defense fund against the food industry, which is coming after the state of Vermont for having passed a GMO labeling law.
Wow, we need to have you run for health.
How did you know?
How do you know that?
Because I packed their own lunch.
Do you give them seedless grapes?
Seedless grapes.
Yeah, see.
Watermelon?
Watermelon. You give them corn.
No corn.
No corn.
Okay.
No corn.
Well,
Oh, wait, my husband doesn't do seedless grapes, but I do enjoy seedless grapes.
what about chicken?
We eat chicken.
Okay. What kind of chicken?
Organic chicken?
Organic chicken.
Okay.
Foster Farm, huh?
No.
No Foster Farm? Okay. You see them chickens at commercial, they
We
look
don't
pretty
do
bad.
that.
Yeah.
We try very hard to eat organic, pasture-fed, expensive.
Pasture fed,
They
yeah.
right-
Breaking the bank.
At this point, we
Yes,
just trying
it is.
to acknowledge y'all that they're trying to pass a law where you can't buy seeds no more and grow your own vegetables in your own yard. And they're trying to get rid of that. So you basically, you're going to have to
Consume
something
GMOs.
that has GMO in it. So we're just trying to basically just educate you and, you
Right,
inform
because
you.
we met today,
Huh?
because we met
Uh-huh.
in this random thing,
Yeah.
I won't buy seedless grapes anymore.
Okay, thank you.
In
See?
In fact, I won't
We-
eat grapes at all because I really don't want to eat them with the seeds, so I just won't eat grapes.
You know what? That sucks, right?
It sucks because I really don't like the seeds of the grapes.
I don't like seeds in my grapes either.
And I'll spit out the seeds from the watermelon, and thanks for meeting us today. You've changed me in one small, you changed humankind.
Well, we appreciate.
I was going to say, what about the argument that we've been genetically modifying food for a long time, right? So it's not just like a GMO is a new concept, and it's kind of been like a scare word now, where it's like you can't make this whole argument that GMOs are bad.
No.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think definitely, I'm a proponent for better visibility into what GMO means. Because
Yeah.
it's
Just
too
being
broad of a
educated
term.
on it.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's kind of a confusing topic, and all people know are Monsanto.
But there are
That's all
some
you hear about
GMOs
it.
that I think
It's
are
like
behind,
Ebola.
and
You
some
know, they
that
throw
aren't.
stuff out there.
What was the
you know?
GMOs that you said you'll be behind? Which ones would
I
you
think,
be
like,
behind?
speaking to the ones that we've classically modified for a really long time, like, I think broccoli is one of them that we've
Yes, it
modified straight from the beginning, and I think that it
And
doesn't jeopardize,
Tomatoes
like,
and
the,
carrots and
the
corn.
healthy aspect of it. So that's, like, the benign form of genetically modified organisms, in my mind.
You know what GMO stands for?
I think it's genetically modified organisms.
That's
Correct.
That's what it is. Do you know what a genetically modified organism is?
An organism that was somehow modified genetically.
That's it.
I
That's
love
it.
my people.
And that's exactly what it is. Like your seedless grapes, watermelon without seeds, you know.
One of the biggest things that's modified is corn. What
Corn.
you eating right now? You eating corn chips. You know.
But this bag says non-GMO
Oh, it
certified.
say
Does it?
GMO?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
right
What
there.
company is that?
Non-GMO project verified. This
Oh,
is
that's beautiful.
it's a whole snack.
There we go.
Wow,
That's
but
what's
I
up.
bet you them Oreos ain't though.
No.
Are you guys concerned about? Are you guys concerned about GMOs at all in your food?
I'm concerned about anything. I'm actually not, because I feel like we've been genetically modifying things for a while,
Forever.
and people been all right for the most part. Have they been?
People are not all right
Okay,
now.
have they been sick? People get sick and
We
people
all
die,
screwed
but
up.
everybody.
We all screwed up.
That's all the way the situation.
Do any of you guys have kids? No kids? Okay. Well, anyway, you care about kids. There's a lot of the foods that's given to the kids in the school is genetically modified. And that you see why kids, you have these bipolar reactions. You have a lot of depression in young kids. And So we should be concerned about it. And that's the one thing about us being African American descent, that we're not up on stuff that's really important. You know, it's very. I mean, it's just health conscious, so we can talk. We can tell our friends and family and things like that. I mean, we don't want you to go around and say, hey, that's Jamaican, you better not eat that. You know what I'm saying? But
you won't be able to do nothing but eat those chips.
But it's hard to stay away from it, basically. But we just want to keep you guys conscious about it, because most
are the scientifically proven effects?
And see, that's what we don't know. And in effect, to be long term, something we don't like most things that they introduce to us, we don't know until later. They throw it out there, and we're like, oh yeah, well, I want to try that, 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 right? It's supposed to be good for you, whatever.
Like cigarettes work.
Yeah, cigarettes. Yeah. That was a cool thing at one time. But see, later on down the line, we found out that it causes cancers and all type of different cancers.
You know what this is.
You got it.
We drink a beer, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, that does not have GMO.
And a lot of beers do have GMOs.
And Heineken does not have GMO.
Okay, I'm going to go get me a pale ale in a minute.
That's as far as I can go with the GMO knowledge.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I know there's a lot of different ideas about it. I know that there's we've been genetically manipulating food since since the agricultural revolution, 10,000 years ago. But now they have this new thing where they splice genes with fish or with tomatoes to create resistance against certain funguses and herbs and such. But what ends up happening is that we're altering
our lives,
nature, and we don't really know what the long-term costs are and effects are. So
OUR is ours.
I definitely think that people should be educated, informed, and they should definitely be labeling it, absolutely, and they shouldn't be using it at all, really. Well, I think what you're doing is good. I think you're going around trying to educate people and you're trying to create awareness. That's the best anyone can do, because that's how it has to happen, is through education, right?
I think that it's absurd that the federal government doesn't impose much more regularity towards it.
You know,
and it has discrepancies between FDA approving of something that some essential oils being used for certain medical reasons, but if capitalistic companies are making profits
if it don't make money
on lots of GMO products, then that's okay, because it's a capitalistic country.
Well, I don't think that the majority of the things that they sell in the supermarket are commodities that are processed food, genetically modified, and things like that. If they own that we needed, really, they probably would go out of business.
True.
Yeah.
So it's all about money.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely, and what money does. What money does. Nobody cares about anything as long as they're making money. Nothing matters, no matter what race you are.
Right.
They don't matter.
But that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't make sense. Money being the most important thing does not make sense.
Money will be here all by itself with nobody to spend it, right?
All right.
Yeah.
No, and can you give me a little information about what do you know about GMO?
So I think I know that our wheat was genetically modified a while back to grow it better or produce it more. And now people have these gluten and wheat issues. A lot of it could be maybe traced back to that. And they're even citing depression, arthritis, and other issues based back to that genetically modified.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
We think we're the best country in the world, and I am American-born, so I'm, very much American. But we need to wake up and educate ourselves and really demand quality stuff that we're putting in our mouths. And when our government, USDA, and other people are saying this is okay, and people don't educate themselves, and they eat it because it was stamped by USDA. The government subsidizes corn crops. Well, we should demand that we stop putting corn filler in all our food.
Yeah,
that's making us fat. It's making us sick.
Yep, exactly.
And we got to stop that.
Oh man, you're very educational about it. I like that. Yeah. You just gave our audience a good.
And for what the practices that company does.
That's the big corporation. That's the big corporation. That's what we need to head. We all need to one day somewhere, wherever it's at, we need to get on a ship, a boat, and go down there and confront these people and make them stop doing this. To us. We got to come together. We all one race, human race.
Stop buying the product.
Yeah, stop buying the product.
Stop buying the
But
product.
it's almost every product nowadays, though.
I know.
It's like what can you eat?
Well, do you guys
That's
have
not
those small
Yeah.
farmers
What can you
where
afford to eat?
you give them money at the
What can
beginning
you
of the
afford to
season
eat?
and
That
then they
doesn't
deliver
matter.
every week whatever they're growing?
I heard about that. I
Do
heard.
more of that and less at the grocery store, and then they're going to start turning around when it starts hitting them in the pocket,
start hitting them in the pocket. Then
they're
they're
gonna
gonna have to do it.
You know,
they're gonna have to.
they're
do
making America sick. We're making ourselves sick.
So in closing of the Romelite show today, we talked about our subject was GMO. Like I said, make sure you look it up on the Romelite show down here at the bottom. Today we went around Lake Mary just basically talking about genetic modified organisms. Basically, we need to come to a solution to be able to get past this. And one of the solutions to get past it is go to buy your products from farmers, from actual real farmers that's growing it. You know, make sure that this stuff is grown naturally. Make
Support
sure
your local growers.
Support your local growers. Don't. We can stop going to the grocery stores. Of course, we got to go to the grocery stores and buy certain stuff that we need. But if you want your fruit and vegetables and you want to be healthy and stuff like that, and your natural meats, go to the local farmers. You can find. You got black farmers markets. You got all sorts of farmers markets that you can get natural food. That's the only way we can get past this genetically modified organism.
Do your best to go organic. Do your best to go organic. It's expensive, but for your health, you know, it may be, you know, I'm sure it is worth it. You want to go organic, close to it as possible, you know, and read your labels. Read your labels.
Yeah, I was about to say we get lazy. We get lazy as people, especially I'm talking to my black people, man. We're some of the laziest people out there, and I'm not talking about as far as job working and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about just we go by this saying, you gotta die from something. I hear my mother saying that. You know, my mother's 73 years old. And so we can't adapt that. We can't go by that. Take the easy way out. Yeah.
We just grab whatever we can, whatever's quick, it's fast. We go get our fried chicken from the Chinamen's, you know. whatever's quicker, man. We don't even think about our health, and I'm guilty of that myself. But I'm trying. That's why I talk to Rome and Mario, you know, about certain things about our health, you know. Trying to get mine together.
Man,
too,
you dudes better, especially you dudes, man. Like he said, look at him. You like a sack of weed. You know what I'm saying?
I feel high.
Right. See, look at me. I'm fit and everything. Better watch out. Take your bitches. When y'all all dead, that's when I'm on a serious note, though. But y'all, you need to really think about your health, man. It's very important because it's genetic modified food is killing us all, and it's killing us slowly. It's not doing it fast.
We don't see it overnight. What's going on with it? We don't even know
Depression,
the long-term
obesity,
effects.
asthma,
I'm sad
arthritis.
and I'm fat.
All that kind of stuff, man. Just bipolar, tripolar, tripods. No,
try some stuff that ain't got no
marijuana.
What is it?
Marijuana too.
What we out here doing? The MG what? I forget already. What we out here doing? Modified.
Yeah, GMO.
GMO. That's what it is.
GMO. But even your
what it do to the brain?
It slows the brain,
slow it
kills it, man. It kills the brain cells fast. You see how he acting. But anyway. Get us up, Romelite Show. It's Mario Hodge.
Lamar Daniels.
Hit us up, YouTubers. See, that's good music right here because that's funeral music from GMO. GMO, I'm dead in the coffin right there.
Put him in the coffin.
I'm in the coffin because.
Hold on now. I'm gonna tell you about it. Cause I've been doing this for way too long. Can't stop now, singing all these heartbroken songs.
GMO.
Don't give me your GMO. Don't give me your ammo. It's not my ammo. It ain't my ammo.
Right.
My ammo is on the oak trees.
I wanna go to the store and
you're interrupting me, and that's cool.
That don't got no goddamn GMO in it.